Today we're going to talk about how to stop getting leg cramps when you're running. If you get these awful, painful cramps that just seem to come out of nowhere and they slow you down or even stop you from being able to run, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to stop leg cramps while running naturally using powerful herbs and remedies. So let's get started. Now, if you've tried everything and nothing seems to work, stay tuned, because I am gonna show you exactly what to do to get rid of those pesky cramps once and for all. First, we need to look at why you might be getting these cramps. Okay? The most common reason is dehydration. This can happen even if you think you are well hydrated. You can still be dehydrated. The other thing is electrolyte imbalance. And the main electrolytes that you need when you're running are sodium, potassium, magnesium, and a little bit of calcium. These four minerals in balance with each other will help prevent cramps. But if you re-low on one of them, or especially if you re-high or low on any of these, you're going to start getting cramping. Okay, it's called an imbalance. Now there's another mineral called chloride, which is very, very important in balancing the sodium. So if you don't have enough sodium, it doesn't make sense to take just sodium by itself. You want to take it with chloride, so there's some salts that have both of these together. Now the next reason could be a true muscular overuse injury, where you've just kind of overdone it and the muscles are not getting enough blood supply. You see, every muscle has a direct connection to your bone through a tendon, and the tendon has a certain amount of flexibility to it. It's called elasticity. And so what happens is when you run, especially on hard surfaces, you start getting tiny micro tears in the tendon. And as a result of that, you get inflammation, and that leads to scar tissue. That scar tissue then gets into the fascia, and it creates restrictions. And so what happens is, now that muscle becomes really tight, because it's trying to compensate for the restriction in the fascia and the tendon. And because it's not moving properly, you get cramping in that muscle. So you have to stretch it and massage it and mobilize it to get the blood flow back into that area. All right, no. 4 is nutritional deficiencies. Like if you're low in potassium, magnesium, or calcium, you can get cramps. No. 5 would be a nerve impingement. Maybe you have a pinched nerve in your lower back, or maybe even in your neck, that is referring pain down the leg. It could also be a problem with a sciatic nerve or something like that. Or it could just be a simple imbalance in the way you're rerunning, where you're refavoring one leg more than the other, and that leads to cramping. Now before I go into the solutions and the remedies, there's one herb that you should never take if you have heart problems. That herb is called cramp bark. Now I'm going to put all these remedies in the description box below. But cramp bark is a really good remedy if you have cardiac arrhythmia or a regular heartbeat. Do not take cramp bark. Okay, so with that said, let's go through the remedies. The first one is something you can take right before you run. It's a blend of different minerals. It's called electrolyte powder. You can add it to water. You just put a scoop in the water and drink it. There are many different brands out there. There's one brand that's pretty popular, but you can also buy electrolyte powder and make your own. Just get organic lemon juice, organic berries, organic bananas, organic kale, organic spinach, and you can put all those ingredients in a blender with water, and you can make your own electrolyte powder. Or you can buy a good quality electrolyte powder that's already manufactured. The next remedy is cramp bark. Cramp bark is great for any type of cramping, especially leg cramps when you're running. And it has no side effects. So you can take this tea in a capsule form. It's safe. You can take up to 3 capsules. Okay, so 3 capsules of cramp bark. And I suggest you take it right before you go on your run. It's very effective. Another herb that you can use is rosemary. Rosemary can be used topically as a massage oil. So what you do is you take some fresh rosemary leaves and you put them in olive oil and you let it steep for about 2 days. Then you strain the olive oil and then you can rub it into your legs. You can also add it to your bath. But it works really well topically as a massage oil to reduce inflammation in the leg. Peppermint is also great for cramping because it reduces inflammation. You can take peppermint tea bags and make a compress and put it on the area that's sore, the area that's inflamed. Leave it on there as long as you can. You're going to be sitting, in a meeting or something. Leave it on as long as possible until it dries, and then reapply. You can also just rub peppermint oil directly on the skin. It's very cooling, and it feels nice. Arnica is another great remedy for cramping, especially if it's due to overuse or some type of injury. You can buy arnica in gel form, and you can rub it directly into the skin. Let's take Arnica montana, 30C. Now, This is a homeopathic remedy. You can take this before you go to bed. It's going to calm down the inflammation and the irritation of the nerve endings. And if you combine that with the cramp bark, it's going to be a powerhouse for reducing cramping. Another remedy that I recommend is called deep tissue spray. I've talked about this in other videos, but it's fantastic for stretching out the fascia. Okay, fascia is like a spider web that surrounds every muscle. Okay, and sometimes that fascia gets really tight and restricted, and it causes the muscle to cramp. And this spray literally penetrates the skin, relaxes the fascia, and stretches it out so that the muscle can then relax and lengthen. So it's a great remedy. For runners, it's really good for basketball players who get calf cramps. Soccer players, anyone who's doing repetitive motion over and over, and they keep getting these cramps, use this spray. It's been amazing at helping people recover from injuries and from just general overuse. All right, now, 8, magnesium. You can take magnesium glycinate, which is a highly absorbable form of magnesium. You can take that right before you go to bed. It'll help to relax the muscles and reduce cramping. No 9 potassium citrate. You can take that right before you run. Potassium is essential for preventing cramping. It also helps regulate your heartbeat, so it's good to take that before you run. Number 10, cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is really good for circulation. It increases blood flow, and it dilates the blood vessels. So it brings oxygen and nutrients into the muscles, and it helps remove waste products. And cayenne pepper is also an anti-inflammatory, so you can take cayenne pepper capsules right before you run. And then number 11, you should increase your overall vitamin D. Many people are deficient in vitamin D, and it can cause all sorts of problems, including cramping and weakness in the muscles. So you can take vitamin D3. I suggest taking at least 10,000 IU every single day. All right, now there are 2 really important things to do to prevent cramping. Okay, no. One is you need to stretch your calves. Okay, you need to stretch out the Achilles tendon and the calf muscles.
Ow.
The best way to do this is not when you're running. Wait until after you're done running, and then do these stretches. Okay, don't try to stretch while you're running because you're going to make it worse. So after you run, you're going to do the stretches. Okay? You want to do a full range of motion of dorsiflexion and plantar flexion of the foot. What does that mean? That means you want to get your toes up towards your nose, and you want to point your toes down. Okay, you want to do that about 20 times and then hold it for 20 seconds. Do that 5 times. Make sure you do both feet. And then you want to move on to a standing calf stretch. So put your hands on your knee and lean forward. Do that for 30 seconds, 5 times. This is going to stretch out the gastroc and the soleus, which is another calf muscle. All right, so that's number 1. Stretching is super important. Now, no. 2, massage. Massage will help loosen up the fascia and the tendons, and it will bring blood flow to the area. And you want to massage before and after you run. So you want to do a dynamic massage before you run. That just means using your hands and kind of working on the trigger points on the leg and working the muscles, getting them warm and loose. And then you also want to do a static massage after you run. Static massage is where you apply pressure on a trigger point for about 60 to 90 seconds until it dissipates or goes away. You can use a massage gun, or you can hire a human masseuse. But you want to work on the calves, the quads, the hamstrings, the IT band, anywhere there's cramping or tightness. And this is going to help reduce inflammation and reduce cramping. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.